Jay, so what's this big idea you got?
Man, so I was thinking about it, right? 2 Mexicans talking about sports. I mean, you're already kind of dressed apart. You know?
You're in my house.
Yeah.
So first of all, before we even talk about anything, we need to drink some tequila.
Oh.
We already poured it.
You got them poured. Let's get it.
But one thing, tequila for me is not shots. So we just,
You just sip on it?
We sip on it as we talk. And then
So
we
do
go
I hold it a
cheers,
certain way?
salud.
Do I hold it like pinkies up or?
As long as it, up to the slip and let it slip, doesn't matter.
All right. Cheers. I'm good. So, Adrian, I know you're a big boxing fan.
Yeah.
We got some pretty good fights coming up.
We do. We have 3 great fights coming up. Well,
But I'm
maybe not so great. We have 3 fights coming up.
The greatest fight. The greatest fight ever. This is about to be in history. To me, since I've been watching boxing, which was yesterday, this is the greatest fight, bro. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. It's not the greatest fight to you? You don't seem excited right now.
This is a very unique exhibition fight. Listen, I love what Jake Paul has done as far as getting people talking about boxing. Sometimes it's negative.
Yeah.
To me, this fight is in the negative side of boxing because...
But it's Mike Tyson, bro.
It is Mike Tyson, but... Dude. Jake Paul's going on social media talking about he wants to retire Mike Tyson. I'm like, he's already retired. What do you mean you're trying to retire?
Did you see the meme of Punch Out? Remember the game Punch Out, the Mike Tyson Punch Out?
Yeah.
Where it was the white guy and then there was Mike Tyson?
So they're saying Jake Paul's
the white guy
character. That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be entertaining because Jake Paul does an amazing job of getting people engaged and Mike Tyson's going to do his part. Do I want to watch it? No. Will I catch the highlights? Probably.
So who wins the fight?
I mean, that's a tough question because Jake Paul's actually shown some skills.
Dude,
right?
I think Jake Paul knocks him out in 30 seconds.
I don't see that happening, but
dude,
I see Mike Tyson knocking Jake Paul out.
Jake Paul is like one of the greatest fighters now.
Jake Paul and Tyson knocking out Mike Tyson. If it was all equal fair sides and they're fighting to fight, there's always a lot of talk about people taking the money to take that dive. I don't know. I see Jake Paul he's a good boxer.
Yeah.
Tyson is Tyson.
So is it fair to say that's my favorite boxer? Jake Paul?
For me?
No, for me.
For you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That's my favorite fighter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
First round. Knockout.
All right. That's your prediction. I got it going the distance.
Okay.
To be honest. I have it going the distance. And I don't know who's going to win. I have it going the distance. I have it going the distance in the draw. That's my prediction.
So what's the bet? You want to bet on this?
Absolutely.
So what are we betting?
I don't know. I usually bet push-ups.
All right, let's do push-ups. How many push-ups?
50 push-ups. One set.
If Jake Paul wins, right?
Yeah.
And you got Mike Tyson.
I'll take the draw or Mike Tyson.
What do you mean the draw? No, you got to take one person.
I just said it's going to be a draw.
Okay,
That's my prediction.
All right. 50 push-ups.
50 push-ups.
All
Done.
right.
All right. Second fight.
Who you got?
Well, let's talk about Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney.
That's pretty interesting.
So have you been following Ryan Garcia on social media lately?
I have.
There's a lot of controversy about is he mentally
going crazy?
Fit to fight?
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on. He's I'm out of social media. I'm gonna go dark, and then posts
1 hour later
he's posting something, and then it's what is going dark? I don't get this, but I don't know if he's just promoting the fight and having people talk about it, or he's actually having mental issues. I don't know. I don't want to speculate.
Yeah. Well, they're saying Tank just hit him pretty hard.
Well, of course he did.
Yeah. So I don't know.
He's doing another guy who knows how to create clicks and create people talk about stuff. Loves to be in that content creation world and knows how to get people to talk. But
if he's creating to promote the fight, he's doing a great job, right?
He is.
Yeah,
he's
I think so too.
He's doing a really good job. Who wins that fight? I don't know. That's a tough one. I think Lomachenko beat Haney. Obviously they gave the decision to Haney, but I thought watching the fight a number of times, I really thought Lomachenko should have been given the victory there. And Haney's good. He's really good. Ryan obviously has that knockout power.
Yeah.
Is he a true
It's the hook, right? That he got.
Yeah, he's got a great hook. He's actually got a great right hand as well. Like he's got power behind those arms. So, I don't know. Like my heart says I want to root for Ryan Garcia, but I think Haney would win that fight.
So 50 push-ups for this one.
Sure. Who
right,
do you got?
Ryan Garcia.
Okay, I'll take Haney in the decision on that one. Let's do it. Man,
you're gonna be doing 100 push-ups, bro. I hope you're fit for that. Because I'm not.
All right, third fight. Okay. My favorite fight coming up: Canelo against Munguia.
Oh, come on, Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yeah, for Cuarto de Mayo.
Okay, Cuatro de Mayo.
May the force be with you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Two buddies of mine. What? You know, two guys. Munguia's from Tijuana.
Look at him. Two buddies of mine.
Well, Munguia's from Tijuana. And then you got Canelo. You know, and it's gonna be such a good fight. I'm looking forward to it because Munguia's gonna bring the action, right? And everybody's always gonna be looking at Canelo like, when's that knockout punch coming? Yeah. So that's a good fight.
So how do you feel? Fight. Do you feel comfortable saying in front of camera who you got? It's two of your buddies, bro. It
is two friends. I'm gonna go with Canelo because of the size and the experience, and he's the bigger guy in the ring, and he can take a punch and he can give a punch.
Yeah.
I think Munguia is gonna make it such an interesting fight because his output, like he's a guy that knocks people out by, you know, pressure and multiple punches, not just one punch, but he's punching you, and he keeps putting on that pressure. I just feel like Canelo's taking Golovkin's punches. Yeah. He's taking like everybody's punches, and you know he can take them. We know that. So I really feel that, you know, I gotta go with Canelo in this.
Me too. I got Canelo.
All right.
I mean,
how do you root for this as a Mexican?
You root for a great fight.
Yeah, that's I'm just rooting for a great fight, like dude. It's no running around
you
the ring.
Bet on it then?
No, I'm not gonna bet on this one. I got Canelo.
So do I. Let's bet on it.
What's the bet? There's no bet. There's no bet.
Yeah. All right, let's move away from boxing.
Okay.
Did you see? Do you watch golf at all?
Kind of. I know Tiger Woods. That's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching the highlights on how good Tiger Woods was because Scottie Scheffler won yesterday. He won the Players, and Scottie Scheffler is the number one player in the world. He has been the number one player in the world for like a year or more now. And he's won back-to-back tournaments, back-to-back Players Championships. Like all the statistics are like, dude, this guy is by far the best player in the world today, right? Yeah. And for him to match what Tiger Woods did as far as the amount of time being the number one player in the world, he's got to continue to do it for like 5 more years. And it's one of those things where it's like, wow, that's how good Tiger Woods was. Like he was above and beyond everybody. And this was when everybody was in the PGA and there wasn't like a split between LIV and all this stuff. But yesterday you had this incredible putt right here that we have on TV. This was to tie and This was to tie and go to a playoff against Scheffler and Wyndham Clark. And this ball went in the hole and then came out the other side.
That's to win it.
That was to go to a playoff. That was to tie him and go to a playoff. And so Scheffler won because of that ball. But there was 3 people that had a shot at tying. All 3 missed their putts. And this was the last putt that literally went in the hole and out. And one of the things that was interesting, let's take a look at it again here. Look at this. Uphill putt. He just gave it a little too much and boom. And you saw how he went on the left side and then came back around? During the telecast, they had his conversation with his caddy, which I thought was pretty insane. Is the caddy was like, I like your line. If you want to aim a little more right, I'm okay with that too. And then
so do you think it goes in?
And then he goes, okay, but he didn't realign a little more right. He just stayed with that line and then missed by that much. If he would have listened to his caddy, the caddy was good with it. But he just suggested, like, if you want to aim a little more right, I'm okay with that as well. So, like, that's how precise that these guys were looking at those lines. That was pretty insane.
Jay, you think you could have made that putt, Jay?
Dude, I don't think I could have. There's no way I can make it because I don't play golf. But I know a guy that plays golf. His name's Adrian Gonzalez. Now, my question to you, would you have made that?
Absolutely. I think I could have made that putt.
You think so?
I think so.
I think you got to prove it, bro. Everybody's going to say you got to prove it.
All right. Well, how long was that putt?
Let's see.
By the way, I'm not a good golf. I'm not a great putter, so I think I can make it if we replicate something similar.
You got a putting grass in your backyard, Adrian.
I do.
How are you not good?
And I practice quite a bit, so we'll figure out what the distance was and kind of like the line, and we'll see if we can.
So you're saying you're going to prove it?
I'm going to prove it.
Prove it?
Yeah, I'm going to
prove it.
We got to first prove it.
Yeah.
All right.
Even though you got a putting in your backyard.
Hey, if you ain't practicing, you ain't trying.
Hey man, I think we just got to sit on the bench, bro. Let's sit on the bench together. Los Dodgers. They're in Korea.
Yeah.
They're playing versus the Padres, right?
Yeah. We got the opening series in Korea coming up. 2 games. 3 a.m.
Hey,
both games.
When you see these types of stuff, does it make you say like, "Damn, I wish I was playing"?
No, I'm good. I'm good with not playing anymore.
He said, "I'm on the couch chilling. I got some tequila,
missing some putts,
missing some putts." So they're playing. What time did they play tonight, or they already played?
No, they play Wednesday and Thursday, 3 a.m. So it's like Wednesday night for them and Thursday night, but for us here in LA is 3 a.m.
Damn, are you gonna stay up to watch it?
I am because
It's a watch party at your place or what?
Maybe. I mean, Thursday I actually got the pregame and postgame, so we're live. Pregame is live at 2:30 in the morning on Thursday, and then we'll watch the game and then do the postgame probably like at 7 a.m.
Wow.
So or 6 to 7 or something close to that. So it'll be. I'll be up all night on Thursday. I'll be at the studio.
So I guess it's a back-to-back game, right?
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah,
Wednesday's opening night, opening night over there, and Thursday's the second game, and then they fly home.
Anything you're excited about?
The season, I mean, the Dodgers. I mean, you got a tough division with the Padres always being, been strong in the last few years. You have the Diamondbacks, who obviously went to the World Series last year, beat them in the playoffs. The last 2 teams to knock out the Dodgers in the playoffs was the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Yeah. Two teams in their own division. So that's
can't even say that they're the weakest link.
Exactly, you can't. And so there's always a pop up. You have the Giants, trying to remain strong in the division, and then you have the Rockies, who I don't even know what the Rockies are doing. But that is it's a fun division. But the Dodgers, I mean, they went out and got Shohei. They went out and got Yamamoto, Tyler Glass now. Teoscar Hernandez. They're loaded. Yeah. And if they don't win, it's going to be a lot of question marks. So it's crazy. I'm looking forward to the season. They should win. Yeah. But baseball's baseball for a reason.
I think I read today Ohtani might hit the field, that he's starting to throw the ball. So does that mean that he could play a position, or he's just straight up DH?
No, he's DH all season. No, he's going to throw the ball so he can start making his recovery to pitching next year.
What about that clip that's going around social media?
Which one?
That you recruited Ohtani.
Oh, yeah.
I did. That was a fun story.
Yeah.
So my brother set up. So at the time, my brother was the manager for the Mexican national team.
Yeah.
For Mexico. And he set up a friendly international 3-game series, Mexican national team against Japan national team. And in Japan. Because he had just gotten done playing baseball in Japan. He knew the people out there and set this up. And he's like, hey, you should come. When your season's over, it's in November, you should come. I was like, yeah, I'd love to go to Japan. Never been to Japan. At the time, had never been to Japan. So, me and my wife decided to go out there and watch him. And I told the Dodgers, because I was playing for the Dodgers at the time, I told Andrew, I was like, hey, Andrew, I'm going to go to Japan and watch this. He's like, oh, cool. He's like, you need to watch Shohei. He already knew about Shohei back in the day.
And what year was this?
This was 2016. 1 or 2 years before he posted to come play for the Angels.
Okay.
And he was so Andrew's like, hey, I know it's not the right thing to do. We might get in trouble, but if we give you a bag full of Dodger stuff with some, so you can give to Shohei, would you do it? I was like, yeah, why not?
I would too. You know?
So I fly to Japan and I have this duffel bag full of Dodger stuff. And
so
I go.
Did you look inside the bag though?
I did not look inside the bag.
Because there might have been millions already in that bag.
You know what? I should have looked inside that bag. I mean, if $1 would have been missing, they would have been like, man, this is Mexican.
So I used it for some tacos.
Right. So I go out there and Shohei was a fan of mine at the time. So he wanted to meet me as well, the same way I wanted to meet him. So we set up a conversation, you know, behind the batting cage, and I go out there and I say hi to him. I give him the bag. We take a picture, and then he sends over a signed jersey for me afterwards. So awesome. I have a signed jersey, a Shohei Ohtani Team Japan signed jersey from that exchange.
Right now.
Like, it's in storage.
Prove it.
I'll prove it.
I got you.
I'll prove it. Well, I'll have to go to storage and get it out. But yeah, it's fun. It's a really, you know, so that started that conversation with coming to the Dodgers, and then obviously at the time he signed with the Angels, and then, you know, fast forward, you know, years later he's with the Dodgers, and then that clip came out on social media talking about how I started recruiting him before.
Saw that.
So yeah, that
I
was
heard
fun.
Dodgers got fined. Is that true?
They did.
They did.
They got fined. They lost international money. They lost draft picks. Like, wow. But they knew what they were getting into, right? Yeah, when they asked me to do it, they knew that could be a possibility. So,
but it worked out.
It worked out.
Man, sometimes you gotta shoot your shot, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So my question is, because I've heard he really does know how to speak English.
Yeah, he does.
But he uses his translator so you don't have to deal with people.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if I could get away with that, I would too.
You could.
You know, I can. I was drafted through the U.S.
Speaking Spanish.
No hablo inglés.
Yo no entiendo.
No entiendo. Nintendo.
All right. March Madness.
Ooh.
Are you a big college basketball fan?
I am not. I don't follow basketball too much. It's one of the sports that, like, I'll get into the March Madness when they get closer to like the Final Four.
Same here. Yeah,
back when I was playing, because it's during spring training and you do all the sheets and then you do all the different, like, all the different.
I thought you were gonna say back when I was playing, like you play basketball.
No.
Okay. I was gonna say, can we play one on one?
Can you play basketball?
Yeah, I can play.
Can you make a 3-pointer?
It might take me 50 shots, but I'll make one. Hey,
how about one shot?
Prove it. You want me to prove it?
I want you to prove it. Prove it.
So wait. If I make it, what happens?
I give you a pat in the back.
I take your Shohei jersey.
No chance. No chance.
All right, I could say I'll make it before you. So we got to play one on one.
Oh, okay. We'll see who can make a shot first.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be one on one. Okay.
One on one.
For some Dodger tickets.
One on one.
Oh, we have to go to the Dodger game together.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. All right. That's part of the bet.
I have, of course.
I've never actually filled out a bracket. No, never.
I've done every
year.
You talk about no. Oh. When I was playing, I did brackets every time, and that was the fun part. So you do all the brackets. There's the brackets, and then you get like 64 or whatever it is now, 68 teams that you pick out of the hat, and whoever you get, if that team wins, you take the money. Then there's the spreadsheet one where if you have the underdog and they can lose to plus 20.5, and they lose by 20, you win that, and so your team moves on. So it
sounds like a condina.
Yeah, there's so many of these. There's so many of these bets.
It's something like a Mexican created this, right?
I don't know, but there's so many of these bets that
they just want to put money into anything,
right?
Puedes ganar esto.
And so it was fun. So at that time, I would follow like the whole tournament because you're like, if this happens, I can win money, and this happens, and so. But now that I don't do the brackets or anything, it's just kind of like last year was fun watching San Diego State.
Yeah.
You know,
they went pretty far.
Being from San Diego, they went to the finals and they lost in the finals. But that was fun watching them. I grew up watching San Diego State. Kawhi Leonard when he was there, was a big. That was so that was fun. So, are you a USCLA or a USC guy? Or neither.
This is weird because I kind of watch both.
Okay.
I was born at USC Hospital though. Okay. So football, I like USC.
So are you a Trojan man?
I wear Trojans. Maybe that's why I have 3 kids, right? Yeah. Obviously, I don't wear them. All right. So are you going to fill out a bracket though?
Am I going to fill out a bracket? I am not planning on filling out a bracket this year.
So we're just going to watch till they get to the Final Four.
Yeah, we'll just wait till the final.
Which is usually like small schools, right? Like Lusinger, like St. John, like the smallest schools.
I mean, if I was to look at this, you have UConn, you have Arizona, who's I think Arizona was a favorite last year, and they had all the players return. That's one thing I think I know. And they're a 2 seed. You always had like Gonzalez, good at shooting.
UConn, right?
I would take Arizona to win it all. If I had to fill out a bracket, I would
They're
take
the number 2
Arizona
seed.
to win it
I see
all.
Long Beach. They're playing Long Beach State too.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Aaron Donald retiring.
Aaron Donald retiring. I know. What about your Rams, dude? I mean, my Chargers lost Keenan and Mike Williams, but your loss is way bigger than our loss.
Yeah, we lost Aaron Donald. Who's
I mean, I have never seen that I can remember the amount of quarterbacks and running backs moving, and then we talk about Aaron Donald retiring.
Yeah,
that's been crazy this last few days. Like the Steelers getting Russell Wilson and then trading for Justin Fields.
We got Garoppolo. I don't know how I feel about it, but we got Garoppolo as our backup quarterback now.
I know. I mean, they needed some more females in the stands, apparently.
They're calling him Hollywood Jimmy.
There you go.
He probably doesn't wear Jimmys, right?
What does this mean for fantasy football for you guys? Any changes now?
Do you do fantasy football?
I love fantasy football.
Okay.
I actually lost in championship this past season.
All right, we'll have to play in the league then.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, DeAndre Swift is with the Bears now. You have Saquon with the Eagles, Eckler with the Commanders. You have Gus Edwards with the Chargers. You have Aaron Jones to the Vikings.
That's your whole team, bro.
The Packers signed. Who did the Packers sign? Josh Jacobs from the Raiders.
Barkley.
Yeah. Well, I talked about Swift and Tony
Pollard
to the Titans.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That's another one. And Derrick Henry to the
Derrick
Ravens.
Henry to the Ravens.
Joe Mixon to the Texans.
OBJ is gone from the Ravens too.
Yeah, I know.
Damn, that's a lot of movement.
That's a lot of running backs. And then you got QBs. The Vikings, did they end up pulling off that trade for the fourth pick?
They traded rounds. They made a trade.
No, they made a trade so they could get a second pick in the first round.
Yeah.
And the follow-up was supposed to be so they can move up to the 4th pick so they could draft. Let's pull up Viking trades because that was a...
I saw Kirk Cousins
They got Sam Darnold.
No, I know, but they from what I hear, because from what I hear, which is... So this is my point.
Uh-huh.
If the Vikings did do that follow-up trade to move up to get the 4th pick, they're saying that they are going to trade or they're going to draft a quarterback. So that means 1, 2, 3, and 4 are quarterbacks, which means the Chargers can take Marvin Harrison Jr. Instead of having to take either a Dunsey or Neighbors.
And do you think that's why they got rid of Keenan Allen then?
No, they got rid of Keenan Allen because they asked him if he wanted to take a pay cut, and he said no.
Yeah, there you go.
And I
wouldn't either. I mean,
they were left with like no money to do anything. And the one thing that Jim Harbaugh has done in every place he's been is he builds from the O-line out and the D-line out. So, like, I guess his point is if Justin Herbert doesn't have time to throw the ball, what's good in having receivers?
Correct.
Like, let's build a great offensive line and a good running game so he has time to throw to receivers. And if he has time, then it doesn't matter. Like, we can have other receivers and they'll still be open.
Yeah.
Because if they're tackling or they're sacking him before he even gets a chance, what's the point?
No chance. Did you see what Cam Newton said about Kirk Cousins?
No.
He said, "Who's your agent?"
Yeah.
Because he got, how much did he get? Like 101?
Well, have you seen that he's made over, like when this contract is over, he's going to have been made over $400 million?
And he's won one playoff game.
I know.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Hey, man.
Hey.
I think I can play quarterback.
Prove it.
Let's go.
I hear you were a good quarterback in high school.
I could say I was above average. I think I was always the kid that I was like, hey, Jay, you play quarterback.
Okay, I played quarterback in high school.
Really?
Let's have a little throwing contest.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, we got to do a throwing contest. Yeah, let's put some targets and chuck that pigskin around.
Right now?
Little contest.
Right now?
Yeah. Prove it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's talk about Caleb a little bit.
Okay. So I'm a SC fan.
All right.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Going number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Which he could have stayed another year, right? And made more money.
Probably made more money. Yeah.
And now he's going into the draft.
Did you hear the news about like that he's not gonna look his teammates in the eyes until he earns their respect. Is that true?
I don't know.
That was like a thing that came out. Like there's been all these different like little weird things. Like he was talking about, what was the one before that? That he wanted ownership in the team.
Oh yeah, I saw that ownership of the team.
So ownership on the team, and now another one came out, and I don't know if they're true or not.
Yeah, I don't either.
But then this one came out that he told the who's drafting first?
The Bears.
He told the Bears,
yeah,
that he will not look his teammates in the eye until they earn his respect.
Well, I heard he don't even want to go to the Bears, so he's telling them, "Don't even draft me."
I mean, I don't know. I was the first overall pick, but you're not. You're not gonna go into professional sports and start telling the professionals that you're better than them.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for that. Like you already
taste in their mouth.
Yeah,
right?
You know, like imagine the O lineman. He doesn't look him in the eye. Yeah. The O line's gonna be like, "Yep, go ahead." You know,
he's the number 1 draft pick though.
I know, but the O line, his teammates don't care if he's not treating them well.
Hey, so when is he looking up in the eyes? When they block a good blocker, when do you think he's going to start?
Exactly.
He's going to look at the floor.
Exactly. He's going to look at either the floor or the sky. You know, hey, I'm not a fan of any of the stuff that's coming out with him. So the Cardinals have not made that trade yet. That's current. The Vikings have not made the trade with the Cardinals because supposedly the Cardinals are going to draft Marvin Harrison, right?
Yeah.
So then the Chargers are left with Neighbors or Adunze. And
Adunze's the receiver from Washington, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So those are the like, they don't know who the Chargers are going to go with. I guess they could go with Brock Bowers too, but then they just signed two tight ends, so I don't think they're going to go there. But the word is, or the report was, that the Vikings, now that they have 2 picks, right? They have 2 picks in the first. Scroll down a little bit. They have 11, and then they have 23. That they were going to trade those 2 picks plus more picks to move up.
Number 19 with the Rams. Look at that.
Yep, to move up now that they made that trade. So now they have the 2. They'll do those 2 to move up to the 4th pick with the Cardinals and take a quarterback. Because now that, like, they signed Darnold to be the starter, but then they want to draft a high quarterback. So apparently they're high on like McCarthy or the other guys.
I think the Chargers should have got Jimmy G, man.
The Chargers should have gotten Jimmy G?
Yeah. Starting quarterback.
Yeah. We saw that he's not that guy. So
hey, Hollywood G.
I know, right?
He's good at other things, I guess, right?
I don't know what I guess he was a good quarterback at some point.
This is our first segment. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah?
Yourself?
Hey, I came inside your house, bro.
Hey.
I came in.
You had a good idea.
I had to go. And I brought some beers.
Let's do it.
You want to go drink the beers right now?
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
All right.